Sure. In terms of funding, we're currently self-funded. Self-funded means we've thrown in everything we have into this business, as well as families supported us. Currently, we're looking to raise a round of funding, an angel round of funding, and we've proceeded fairly through the process already. We're reaching a term sheet level with certain investors now. So it's been a very interesting experience, but I can't really speak of who's going to fund us or things like that.
One piece of, just you asking what has helped, one small piece of advice that we've noticed is that it really helps to be flexible and open even during the fund approaching process. So anyone you talk to about funding, everyone will have an opinion about your business model, more or less qualified, sometimes ridiculous suggestions that have nothing to do with what you're doing. But if you have to be open to anything and everything, and then everyone says, and you have to have that sense of, okay, this specific point, 10 investors have mentioned it, so I think it's time we change something there. And we've actually done that and managed to do that a little bit, at least, where we've had luckily a few advisors who are also investors who we've met multiple times, and we've changed and tweaked and a certain aspect of the business model, for example. And that has helped tremendously in getting more and more attention of others as well. So that's just one. First instinct is to say valuation, of course, but that shouldn't. I think it has to be on top of that, the obvious financial and monetary aspects. It has to be, you have to introspect first and see where are my gaps. So it doesn't necessarily have to be something, it has to be a strategic investor who knows my industry. It could be my weakness is processes, my weakness is operations, finance. So maybe someone who has that business angle can really set up these processes internally, make me a professional company. Maybe that's the biggest gap you have because you have the industry experience. If it's the other way around, industry experience, try to see someone who has been in media and advertising who can connect us.
Yeah, I'll give a different answer to this one actually. What I would like the answer to this is very different from what I believe is the truth to the answer. Okay, the truth to the answer is the first person who walks in your door and wants to give you serious money at a respectable valuation. Take it and run with it. Okay, in the sense, the fact of the matter is that you can't get held up on valuation and things like that, and it's something we've learned over time. Okay, the ideal answer to this is you should go and find strategic investors who can add a lot of value to your business from the strategic angle, that is knowing advertising, knowing content and all of those things, who can help you become professional. But if you get that in an investor who's also willing to give you money, then great. You have the luxury.
All things being equal.
Yeah, all things being equal, go for that. But otherwise, somebody giving you money at a decent valuation, take it. Especially at the angel stage, you should focus less on who that exact person is. That's the unfortunate truth of
it also makes sense because then you can use that money again to plug that gap I was just thinking about also. So yeah, that is it's good. We were initially part of the Thai mentorship program. That was in 2010, I think, 2010. Yeah. And through that, we had a very good mentor who also voluntarily said, "I will stay as part of an advisory board for a longer period of time beyond that program." So that's been very helpful on the financial and strategic aspects. And at the same time, we tried to get 2 or 3 people involved from the media angle who we're bringing on the advisory board, which basically just means meeting them once a month and bouncing any idea off with them. And we've been very thankful that there have been these people who not been asking for much, they've just been enjoying themselves, giving some kind of yarn to the younger guys. So it's been good.
Definitely.
I recommend doing that to anyone, for sure, if you can.
Yeah, that's actually something Paul has insisted on since the beginning, is getting people who have experience on board, and reaching out to them sometimes is, you get nervous because you're reaching out to people who have 30 years of experience in the industry, and why would they give you time of day? But it helps tremendously getting these people and getting their advice. They often cut through the crap that you're talking about and get down to the point and say, okay, this is what you're trying to say, this is either bullshit or this makes sense.
And they have such
it's just a
crazy way of looking at things. I give one example of what we've done is I found out that the director of Tata Motors was a German guy. I've seen him talk once in Munich, so I just called up the board line, got through the secretary told me, I emailed him, and he met with me randomly. I don't know why, but he met with me, he gave me a 1.5 hour dinner time, And it was phenomenal. I mean, generally as a personal experience, of course, but also with regards to the business, he had zero idea. He's from Tata Motors, no connection to what we're doing. But certain advice he gave, we're still adhering to today. And so I would recommend anyone, just don't be shy and just ask anyone around you, but in a way where you make them gain also. A lot of people have realized in India, specifically, the way they ask for advice is they just kind of expect it and assume it, like, oh, help me out. So, like, why? Like, you need to put themselves in their shoes. Like, I wrote a very long email that really explained that I'd seen him speak, and that it would be great to just, as two Germans, just to exchange how we experience India. Try to find that connect with that person, and then people will help you.